What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your sister from another Mr. ThickChickVlogs. And girl, we are here today to discuss a whole bunch of different things that have been going on in the news as of late, and all that good jazz right there. Today is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is Saturday afternoon at 12:28 in the PM. So we're about to go ahead and clock the tea where the tea needs to be clocked, girl. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but you guys going to see how long the video is going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be long as shit, because y'all know your sister on another mister is long-winded than a motherfucker. So we're going to move on swiftly and professionally. Also, since we're at the beginning of this video, for those of you who may be new here, be sure to go over and add me on my Facebook page, because sometimes I do send updates and things like that over there on Facebook if you guys are interested in that stuff. Okay, now we're going to move on. First thing that we're going to discuss is Bobbi Kristina being in hospice. Pat Houston, which is, and I do have some notes here, Pat Houston, which is Bobbi Kristina's aunt by marriage. She is married to Bobbi Kristina's uncle. She has co-guardianship over Bobbi Kristina, her and Bobby Brown. And she recently released a statement to, I think it was ABC News or something like that, that they decided to go ahead and put Bobbi Kristina in hospice because they recently, they basically contacted a brain specialist, and the brain specialist basically told them that there was absolutely no hope that Bobbi Kristina would come around and be the same person anymore. So they went ahead and decided to go ahead and put Bobbi Kristina in hospice and basically let her die naturally. They removed her from all medications and all things like that. I think the only thing that they probably still have her on is probably that trach tube, and the reason being behind that is because if you don't have that trach tube in, you can develop all kinds of infections and things like that. And I'm pretty sure they do not want her to suffer as she's transitioning into another, you know, realm or whatever people want to believe. I'm pretty sure they don't want her to get any type of infection and start hurting and things like that. So they want things to be as peaceful and as pain-free for her as humanly possible. So it is really sad to see. I mean, I'm one of those types of people. I never really spoke on it again, but I'm one of those people that I really honestly and truly believe that when they found Bobbi Kristina, when they first found her, Bobbi Kristina was pretty much gone. When you lose oxygen to your brain for that length of time, it is almost null and void for you. And it's sad that, you know, to hear all the rumors about how they're basically fighting over money, how they were keeping her alive because, you know, it was all about a money thing. I really honestly and truly don't believe that the whole thing was about money. Don't get me wrong. Everybody who has rich, you know, who's rich and things like that, they want to know where the hell that money is going to go. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure if I was a parent and my child was in a situation like that and there was a possibility that they could possibly come back around, I would want to wait as well. So I think that they basically waited as long as they possibly could. And, you know, once they actually talked to the actual, one of the best brain specialists in the country, and he basically ran tests and all this stuff, and he basically told them there is no hope. She is 100% brain dead. She will basically be a vegetable for the rest of her life. You guys decide to keep her on these machines. So I think that they gathered together as a family and decided jointly that it was time to go ahead and remove her from all of the medication and things like that she was receiving, because the doctor said from the reports that she wasn't responding to any of the medications that they were giving her. Because I know a lot of times people, they were saying there was reports coming in that she had her eyes open, she was blinking and things like that, but that a lot of times that medicine will even from the reports, the doctor said that the medicine will cause you to appear that you're alert, but it's the medicine that is doing that. It's not the actual person that is alert. It's the medicine making the person appear to be alert, if that makes any kind of sense. So just a really, really sad situation with Bobbi Kristina. But the crazy thing about it is Nick Gordon is now being investigated for murder, because they have new reports have come out that Bobbi Kristina was abused by Nick Gordon like the day before all this happened. It was reported that he drug her up the stairs by her hair. He actually knocked one of her teeth out. I don't know if they didn't know about this. Maybe they ran some more tests or something like that, or if they examined her mouth. But they said that it was a tooth missing in her mouth. They also said another one of her teeth was cracked. They also said that she had a lot of bruises on her body that surfaced once she was, you know, in hospice. I guess after a while, you know, bruises start to form and things like that. And the crazy part about Nick Gordon is that my thing is this: if I know I had absolutely nothing to do with the person's death, the police want to talk to me, what do you need to know? I'm going to try to give you every ounce of information that I have if I know that I'm 100% innocent. I'm not going to try to keep anything away from you guys to keep from, you know, investigating this, to understand. No, number one, know that I had nothing to do with it, and number two, find out who did if something actually did happen. You get what I'm saying? So I just really, honestly and truly, it's a sad situation. And the thing is, he's now in Florida, girl. He's now in Florida, and the thing is, he is around here. They got him on camera coming out of one of his female friends' house. He's at the jacuzzi, got his feet all in the swimming pool. I mean, I understand people are saying, you know, he has to move on with his life. He has to do blah, 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 blah. But, girl, let me tell you something. If I'm one of those people who, like, he's claiming to be one of the people who are really... I loved her so much, I can't live without Bobbi Kristina. He seems to be mighty chill to me at this particular point in time. He seems suspect down a motherfucker, because everybody else who was a quote-unquote person of interest in this whole thing, like they had the cable guy, the person that actually ran away from the scene of the crime. I don't know if you guys actually heard about that, but there was a person that they caught on camera running away from the scene. They actually interviewed that person, and it must have turned out that person had absolutely nothing to do with it, because nothing came back as far as, you know, them charging that person or anything like that. So that person must be in the clear. Also, the friend of Nick Gordon and Bobbi Kristina, who was also there as well, who said that he helped Nick move her out of the tub. He actually talked to the police and everything like that. Only person that has not spoken to the police is Nick Gordon. And my thing is, what do I have to lose if I know for a fact that I had absolutely nothing to do with the situation? Now, if you guys didn't notice, if you didn't peep game when you watched that interview of Nick Gordon with Dr. Phil, when Nick Gordon was up there and his mother was saying, yeah, he called me because him and Chrissy had a big fight. And then, you know, after they were done, Nick went to cool off, and Nick and Chrissy went to go and take a bubble bath. The fuck? I mean, the way she was saying, like, okay, they had a big fight and then she went to take a bubble bath. Something don't sound right about that shit. It sounds like to me that argument continued into the bathroom and Nick Gordon did some fucked up ass shit. What he did, I don't know. Okay, I'm not no kind of I'm not a private eye or nothing like that, but I can tell you that I knew some shit wasn't right in the water from the gate. Okay, but of course I'm not a conspiracy theorist like a lot of people are saying. They think he has something to do with Whitney Houston's death and all. Girl, I don't know about all of that. Okay. But I can honestly and truly say that this situation right here does not sit well with me, and they are now suing his ass, the Houston and the Brownford. They are now suing this nigga for $10 million or $10,000. How much money they suing him for? But of course they won't get it, because I mean, the motherfucker ain't got no damn money, girl. But what's even more suspect about Nick Gordon decided, because him and Bobbi Kristina had a joint bank account, and of course whether it was Bobbi Kristina's money or Nick Gordon's money. Well, we all know it's Bobbi Kristina's money, because Nick Gordon, number one, had no fucking job or nothing like that. He was just basically living off of Bobbi Kristina. When you have a joint account, I don't give a damn. Okay, if you decide that you want to go in and you want to take some money out, you can take some money out. Ain't nothing then nobody can say about the whole situation, because your name is on that account. If a person puts your name on the account with them and you decide you want to go take out money, ain't nothing can be said of the, like, just say for instance you with somebody and damn, bitch, did you just stutter a little bit? Let's just say you with somebody and that person dies, and that person's family is like, okay, we need to go and do what we need to do as far as paying off bills and covering, you know, funeral expenses and things like that going to the person's bank account. If you, which is a person who is over that person's bank, is on that person's bank account as well, ain't shit they can do without, you know, your consent, because your name is on there. They can't prove whose money is what. Okay, I mean, it just is what it is when it comes to having joint accounts and things like that. But the day Bobbi Kristina died, Nick Gordon went into their bank account and removed $10,000 out of their bank account the day that she, well, not the day that she died. I don't want to say the day that she died, even though people are saying the day that she was found, she was pretty much dead. But the day that they found her unresponsive in that bathtub, Nick Gordon went to their bank account and removed $10,000. And my thing is, why did you need to remove $10,000 the day that they found her unresponsive in that bathtub? Was it because you were trying to have that money just in case you needed it, if you needed to skip town or some shit? What was the reason why you had to go in there that day to get $10,000 out of the bank? My thing is this, I would have been so fucking distraught if I'm honest and truly innocent, and I know for a fact I didn't do shit, and I know this is a person that I love and care about more than anything on this earth, as you say. And I'm gonna go to the person's bank account. Money is the last thing on my mind at this point. I want to know, is this person gonna be okay? What happened? Whatever. Do what you need to do to get them back here. Okay. So I just say a prayer for Bobbi Kristina, and let's just hope that we get some type of answers or something like that. I was really hoping that Bobbi Kristina would come back around so she could say what the hell happened to her, or she can get to a point where she can write some shit down and say, okay, this person did this to me, this person did this to me. I was really hoping that something, she would show some signs of improvement to where the person or the persons who did this to her were brought to justice, if somebody actually in fact did something to her. I don't know. Like I said, it just seems a little fishy to me. But just prayers to Bobbi Kristina's family, because I know they have to be going through, like, that has to be a hard thing, watching someone that you love basically die slowly. It has to be a very, very hard pill to swallow. So, like I said, prayers to the Brown and Houston family, because I know they're going through a lot. They lost Whitney Houston a couple of years ago, and now they're losing her daughter. The person who, I mean, it's just a sad situation. Almost to, what's so eerie about it is that it's almost the exact same scenario that happened with Whitney that happened with Bobbi Kristina. So it's very eerie to see that. So like I said, just prayers to Bobbi Kristina and her family, and let's just hope that if Nick Gordon is guilty of anything, that he is brought to justice, because he needs to go down if he did do something to this girl. The next thing that we are going to go to on a lighter note, girl, Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams went all kinds of in on this chick on her show. Now, I actually was watching Wendy Williams this particular day. I didn't catch that part, though, because I had turned it off before it got to Ask Wendy. But this girl, I actually saw clips of it. This girl was on Ask Wendy. She decided to stand up and basically tell Wendy, okay, I have a, I need to ask you a question. I was at an event, at a function, or whatever the hell she said. I was at an event, at a function, and I met this guy, and he was so hot, which sounded like some shit that she probably had fucking made up or something. But then again, she might be a thotty, who knows. But she was like, I was at this event, and I met this guy, and he was so hot. And the attraction just grew, or whatever the fuck she said. And Wendy was like, did his grow for you? Like, Wendy was trying to throw a little shade that girl, to be honest with you. If y'all didn't catch that shade, Wendy was throwing a little motherfucking shade up in the motherfucking up in the piece. But I don't know if y'all caught that in the beginning when she asked her, did his grow for you? And she was like, but it turns out that he's married. And of course, Wendy showed her ring, like, okay, you're talking to a wife, bitch, so what do you want to ask me? Wendy was already peeping game from the gate. She was giving her like this side eye, like, what do you want to ask me? So she was like, when she said he's married, she was like, but the thing is, I don't care. So Wendy was like, sit down. Like, sit down. You are very disrespectful. She was like, it's very disrespectful of you to ask someone who is a wife a question like that. What would, basically was going to ask her, what would she do if she found out a man was married and she was attracted to him? Yada. I mean, which it is very thottish. Number one, I wouldn't have got on a motherfucking television show. That is the one of the times that I actually agreed with Wendy Williams, or Wendell Williams, whatever you want to call him, girl. That is one of the times that I did agree with everything Wendy said. It's very disrespectful, number one. To actually, number one, get on television and show your fucking ignorance. That you're going to get on TV and say, I don't give a damn. Basically, she said, damn, but I don't care that he's married. Girl, for real, when you asked her how old she was like, she's 34. Number one, you're too fucking old for that shit. Even if you do find a man one day, but you ain't, if you fuck around and get somebody man who's married or taken or whatever, let me tell you something. As the old saying go, how you got him is how you gonna motherfucking lose. If you got him under false pretenses, boo-boo. What's going to happen is you're going to lose him under those same motherfucking pretenses. It never fails. It can be today or it can be 10 years from now. You might have that man for 10 years, but somebody's going to do the same shit that you did to that woman to you. So be careful. Karma is a big stinking ass bitch. Let me tell you that she's a big stinking motherfucker. She don't give a fuck. When I tell you, if you fuck up, oh, she going to come visit your ass. You best believe it might be today. Might be tomorrow, might be 10 years from now, but when you least motherfucking expect it, that karma bus gonna hit you so motherfucking hard, boo. You gonna barely be able to get up. But like I said, shout out to Wendy Williams for reading that bitch for filth. Shout out to Wendy. Give me a high five, boo. Blue. So we gonna give Wendy a high five on that one because like I said, I agree with every single thing that she said. What the hell is like? I got a humpback, girl. Oh, I hate the fact that that's like that, but whatever. Whatever. It's a little chilly in this room right now because we got the girl. While we on that motherfucking situation, girl. Okay, bitch, it is so fucking hot outside, family. Y'all, this shit right here is almost, this shit should be illegal for it to be this fucking hot. Like, seriously, y'all, it is so, ooh, I don't even know how to fucking explain it. It's so fucking hot to the point where if I got somewhere to go in the middle of the day, girl, when I get in my car and it's nice and cool and cold and just icebox, you know, all that type of shit, feeling real good inside the car. Girl, when I get to my destination, I sit there for a minute contemplating, do I really need to go in this motherfucker? It's just that goddamn hot. It's sad when you walk from your car into a store and you sweating like a motherfucking Hebrew slave. Girl, it is too fucking hot to fucking even think straight. It's bad when people got swimming pools and they want, and know when you supposed to get in your pool in the summertime, girl, ain't nobody trying to get in no fucking, it's too hot. It's something about the sun, that shit showing up beam over the pool, girl. Girl, it's just too fucking hot for words, boo. So of course, like, we got this goddamn air conditioner on like 68 because upstairs, which is where my office and stuff is, it's like super hot up here in the morning. You know, heat rises and it's like cooler downstairs, but it be so fucking hot up here. So we got the air on real low because I need some form of, I need some cool air up and around up through this piece. So that's why I got this jacket on, girl, because it is kind of cool up in here, but it feels good to me. Okay. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about, girl, is, girl, they pressed, girl, because the Supreme Court has ruled that gay marriage is legal in every single one of the 50 states here in the United States of America. Girl, they pressed. Boo. When I tell you, let me tell you something about gay marriage. True enough, I'm not gay. I'm not a lesbian or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like this. Yes, people, Christians and all this stuff believe that marriage should be between a man and a woman. And I respect every single person's beliefs. But my thing is this. I'm all for equality. I get it. Yes. I get it. Yes. Okay. If you have a belief, that's your business. But at the end of the day, I'm all for equality, marriage equality, every type of equality that you can. I'm all for equality. But the thing that trips me out is when, of course, when the Supreme Court announced their ruling, I think it was 5-3 of a yes vote that marriage is legal in all 50 states. Girl, the Christians went berserk. I'm talking about quoting all kind of scriptures and everything like that. But the fucked up thing is, like I said, I talked about this in several of my videos, family. Several of my videos. What I don't like is when people like to pick and choose scriptures to quote. Okay, if you are a person who had children out of wedlock, if you are a person who lives with a man and you're not married to him, if you are a person who has cheated on your mate, if you're a person who has done any of these, if you're a person who fucking go into the mall to see some shit that you want and you can't afford it, girl, all these things are sins in God's eyes. What I don't like, this is just me, okay? I'm a non-judgmental person. What I don't like is when a person likes to quote scriptures to me about things that shouldn't be done and all this stuff, but they're not calling out the fucked up shit that they do. Number one, you sinning by judging someone. That's the number one rule, okay? That's the number one thing. When you get to judging people, you're also sinning. I get that you don't believe that a man should marry another man or if a woman should marry another woman. I get that if you don't believe that. But what you shouldn't do, okay, because everybody, even though, you know, you may think that everybody should, everybody's not a Christian, unfortunately. Everybody's not a Christian. So you can't force your beliefs down people's throats because that's what you believe in, okay? I get it. Like I said, I get it. I want people to understand I respect everyone's beliefs. But my thing is don't force that down someone's throat. At the end of the day, if you feel like it's so wrong and all this stuff, just think of it this way. In no way is a gay person getting married affecting your life. That's all I want you to think about. How is it affecting your life? If something doesn't negatively affect your life personally, you shouldn't even give a fuck. For real. That's just like if somebody decided they wanted to go, a fat person decided they want to go and eat 20 Big Macs. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to be like, damn, your big ass shouldn't be eating all them Big Macs. But at the end of the day, it's not affecting my life. None of that shit that they shoving down their damn throat won't make me fat. As the saying go, what you eat or what I eat won't make you shit, and what you eat won't make me shit. So at the end of the day, boo, it really is not your fucking business. Move on. It is a beautiful day in the motherfucking neighborhood, but let me tell you this shit. We all know that this whole gay marriage thing and the Confederate flag, all that shit is a distraction about all the shit that has been going on with this Dylan Roof, this stupid ass motherfucker. We all know that shit is a motherfucking distraction. We gonna get on that Confederate flag in a minute. But since we're on the gay marriage and the legalized gay marriage, like I said, shout out to the LGBT community, boo. Do your thing. My thing is this: now you can go through some of the drama that motherfuckers who able to go and get these motherfucking marriage licenses and shit, and 2 months later they get a divorce. You can see what that shit feels like now, girl. So shout out to the LGBT community. Congratulations to you all. I'm all for equality, girl. Why not? People may hate me for saying that, but I am all for fucking equality. It is no way going to negatively affect my life. I'm all for fucking equality. Shout out to, like I said, the LGBT community. Now we're gonna move on. Since we are on the whole gay marriage situation, first and foremost, girl, we are going to take a little commercial break because y'all already know my motherfucking camera only lets me record so far. So, girl, let's go ahead and come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and family, 1. So we are back to continue spilling the motherfucking tea, girl. So, since we are on the gay marriage situation right now, what we are going to talk about, of course, when all of this came out, girl, Miss McClurkin, if you guys don't know who Miss McClurkin is, Donnie McClurkin, he decided to get on his Facebook page and, put up a status saying how he's against it. A marriage is supposed to be between a man and a woman, etc., etc. If you guys do not know, Donnie McClurkin did say back in the back that he was gay, quote unquote, he was gay. And of course, people got on there and they were telling him who is he to be judging, etc., etc. And a couple of guys got on there basically spilling all his tea, saying all of the men who he has had relations with, had sex with, and probably still are having sex with the girl. I mean, they was going all kinds of in on Donnie McClurkin on there. Now, I did see he has 2 Facebook pages. Now, on the one that I saw, he deleted the status and then he reshared it. I don't know because of all the shit that was going on the statuses or what, but he ended up deleting the statuses and then he put them back on there after, I guess shit calmed down or whatever. But girl, they was going all kinds of in on Miss Donnie McClurkin, girl, because we all know Donnie McClurkin is, look, I'm not one to judge. I can't explain shit like I said because I'm not gay, so I can't sit there and say, okay, once you gay, you can't do this, or once you gay, you can't do that. All I'm gonna say is Donnie McClurkin is still gay. It is what it is. They was going in on that ass on Facebook, girl, calling him all kinds of he in the closet, trying to be in the closet, trying to claim all this Christianity when he is still getting done to him what he wants to get done to him. You kind of understand what I'm saying without me saying it. So yeah, shout out to Miss Donnie McClurkin, girl, for they handed his ass to him literally on yesterday on a face and book. Y'all can go and check out his like page on Facebook if you want to. If you want to show enough, get to see, girl. They did Miss McClurkin wrong on Facebook, girl. Bloop. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about, of course, is this Confederate flag. Y'all, we all know it's. I done sat there and I done talked and I done preached. I done preached to folks on Facebook under these news stories. Like I told you guys, I be trying, family, to keep my motherfucking peace when it comes to getting on the news stories on Facebook because people are so hateful on the internet. People are so hateful. They get behind the keyboard and they feel like they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. But the crazy thing about it is all these racists that get on Facebook and decide to, show their true colors. Of course, they're going to get on there. But the stupid thing is you're going to get on there with your real name, but you're going to have a profile picture that's of an animal, or if you're going to have a profile picture that's of a flag or a cartoon character or something like that. But you're so fucking stupid because you will sit there and you will write all this hateful stuff on social media and people go to your page and they can clearly see where you work at, all this type of shit. Recently, when this whole shit came out about, it was Dylan Roof. When this shit came out about Dylan Roof, this guy who was a volunteer firefighter got on there and was talking about black folks, etc., etc. Come to find out, he was a volunteer firefighter and people reported him to the fire department that he worked at. So the fire department put up a status on Facebook, on their official Facebook page, saying that they're investigating the whole situation. And then they updated it a couple of hours later saying, after investigating the situation, we have decided to let such and such go because we don't condone the type of behavior that they're, you know, they're showing on, they're doing on Facebook. We don't support that type of behavior. And the thing is, people don't understand, social media can be a bitch. If you have a brick and mortar job, a job where you work for a corporation or something like that, social media can be the death of you. But the one thing about ThickChickVlogs is ThickChickVlogs works for herself. So I can get on here and I can spill the tea. I can do what I want to do as far as social media is concerned. Because a lot of people say, you know, it's freedom of speech. Yes, it is. But at the same time, when you have an at-will employer or something like that, and it's not even at-will, when you're blatantly being disrespectful and racist, and if you're just say a police officer or a firefighter or something like that, or if a nurse or something like that, when you're that type of field, do you think people honestly want you to work for them when you're in the business to save lives and things like that? Girl, I don't trust you to save my motherfucking life. Okay, I don't trust you to save my motherfucking life, boo. Okay, that's just like the lady that was on social media. She was a nurse. She worked in the ICU. She was she posted a status on Facebook saying how she was bored and she wished somebody would code so she can have something to do. And of course, I don't know if they ended up firing her or what, but people were up in arms, and I would have been too. I'm pretty sure she was probably saying as a joke, but that wasn't some shit to kiki about. It wasn't funny. It wasn't none of that. So of course, people had some shit to say, and I'm pretty sure they reported her to the hospital that she worked at, because that ain't no shit you say. You work in the ICU and you talking about you bored and you wish somebody would code so you can have something to do. That shit ain't funny, girl. I know it wouldn't be funny if my family member was in the ICU that she was working in, girl. I would feel some type of motherfucking way. Hell, anybody that's in a, you know, the ICU that you're working in, I would feel some type of way. So, like I said, just be careful the shit that you put on social media, because you can get your ass handed to you when it comes to your employer, girl. Or try to own your own business or work for yourself or something like that if you're going to have such a strong opinion on social media. But when I tell you, them keyboard gangsters on social media, when it comes to this Confederate flag, when it comes to gay marriage, and the thing is, at first, when the whole Confederate flag situation was going on, they was arguing back and forth with black folk. Okay, they was arguing, but the racists was arguing back and forth with black folks, saying, you know, the Confederate flag is heritage, it's not hate. Bullshit. Okay, bullshit. That flag is all about hate, and you know it. You can sit there and try it. If it makes you sleep better at night, if you want to say it's all about your heritage, it's not about hating. If you want to say that to make you sleep better at night, then you do you, boo. But we all know the real story behind that. Also, speaking of social media, there was a police officer who was fired because he decided to get on Facebook and post himself posing with some Confederate flag boxes on, and people were saying that they don't think that it should have happened like that. Honestly, I don't think that he should have been fired. Me personally, this is just me. I don't think he should have been fired because he decided to get on Facebook and post himself wearing some Confederate flag boxes. I don't think he should have been fired for that, me personally. I mean, should he have been reprimanded? Yes, because it's almost like you're, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he should have been reprimanded, written up or something like that. Because when you're in that type of a field, you're a police officer, you're a nurse, you're a firefighter, or anything like a judge or a lawyer or something like that, you have to, you ain't the same as Shaquanda and Jim them up the street who just got regular jobs. You have to be held at a higher, you're held at a higher standard than other people, because you're supposed to be, quote unquote, law, the person of the law. You're not supposed to do that type of stuff. So do I think he should have been reprimanded? Yes, but I don't necessarily think he should have been fired. But that's just my opinion on the situation. But the whole Confederate flag and the gay marriage legalization, all of that stuff was done in perfect timing. Okay, perfect fucking timing. People, they're talking about all this stuff because they want us to forget about the shit that happened in South Carolina. They want us to forget about the shit that popped off in Charleston, South Carolina. But I refuse to forget about the shit that popped off in Charleston, South Carolina, girl. Because it is some shit that definitely needs to be talked about, and stuff that we need to continue to discuss. Because racism is alive and well in the country on today. And the thing is, people, the racists are telling us that we need to get over it. My thing is this, sir and ma'am. You expect us to get over 400 years of oppression, 400 years of slavery, 400. No, my thing is this. Okay, we're not quote unquote dwelling on it, but my thing is this: how the fuck do you expect me to forget that we were once slaves? That's not something that I'm just gonna up and forget about and stop talking about. I'm not gonna do it. And we all know that racism is alive and well. And I'm honest and true. I hate to say it, but I feel a race war coming on one of these days, y'all. I feel like we gonna one day we gonna be riding in our car listening to some jams, you know what I'm saying? Just bumping and shit. We gonna be listening to some jams. They're gonna be like, we interrupt this this programming to announce that is some going on, like some shit back in the goddamn Walking Dead days, some shit like that, or back in the goddamn Living Dead shit, where they come over the radio saying we interrupt this programming to bring to you such and such. Girl, I believe the shit's gonna pop off. ThickChickVlogs said that shit is gonna be a race war. There's gonna be a whole lot of shit that's popping out. Girl, since we on that Confederate flag, there was an activist, Lord knows I forgot her name, Lord Jesus, honey. Matter of fact, no, I have to find her name. I have to. Y'all know this ain't a politically correct shit. This is what I do, girl. So get over it, boo. But let me go ahead and get her name because I want to mention her name in this video. Okay, her name is, how the fuck? Really, girl? Really? Her name is Bree Newsom, okay? She climbed the pole in the South Carolina state capitol. She climbed the pole because they are still flying this Confederate flag after this whole situation went on with Dylan Roof. I mean, especially in South Carolina. I heard through the grapevine, I thought they were going to originally take the shit down once all this popped off anyway, but they decided not to. But Bree Newsom, I guess, to show them, motherfucker, this shit need to come down. So she climbed that motherfucking pole, had on her protective shit and all that stuff. She climbed it down, she removed that shit. And of course, when she came down, of course, they took her to jail. But she proved her point. You need to remove this shit from the state's capital. That shit needs to be in a museum, as I said in my last video, and I'm going to continue to say this. Shit needs to be in a museum. It does not belong flying at a state's capital. Because I don't give a damn what you say. We all know what the fuck that flag means. You did not want to lose your cotton pickles. Okay? Now we're going to move on to the next situation. Girl, Obama. We're going to talk about Obama singing at the Amazing Grace at Reverend Pickney's funeral, girl. Of course, they are going, when I say the race is going in on Obama for that, girl. They talking all types of shit about Obama for that, girl. Talking about he was, you don't come to fallen soldiers' funerals. You don't do this. He's not a reverend. He's making a mockery of this man's funeral. I mean, they were basically going all types of in on President Obama. And thing is, they're saying this. It was a black guy who killed a white guy or something like that. And they're saying, well, they're not saying that he did that because it was a racially motivated thing. I mean, just basically just talking all kinds of ignorant ass shit. When I tell you, people have a whole lot of balls when it comes to dealing with people on the internet. Let me tell you that right here, right now. But when I tell you, people are so racist. They're so bold when it comes to being on social media. And I have never seen somebody disrespect someone who is the president of the United States more than they have disrespected President Obama. And the thing that really disgusts me is that they refuse to call him President Obama. Barack. That is so disrespectful. That is disrespectful as fuck. I don't give a damn what you think. It's disrespectful to call him Barack Obama when he's the president of the United States. You call everybody else President Bush, President Clinton. That's what you do. But when it comes to President Barack Obama, oh, he just Barack. Now, I can get it if you're just having a general conversation and you said Barack Obama. Okay, cool. But if you just refuse to call him President Barack Obama, he's not my president. Girl, yes, he is. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you say. He is still your president of the United States. But I know he cannot wait. Him and Michelle and their children, I know they can't wait to get the fuck up out of the White House. I know they count down the motherfucking days till it's time for them to move out of that motherfucker. And I already know, because you know, when they move out of the White House and the new president moves in, you know how they do the whole news story or whatever. I mean, you know, where they follow them and all that stuff and they're waving, saying goodbye. I already know people gonna have some nasty negative shit to say about that. Yeah, nigga, get yourself, get out of the fucking White House, nigga. Get down to. I know people are gonna have all kind of nasty negative things to say, but I really wish that it could have been some. It could be some type of consequence to people being on the internet, basically cyberbullying people like that, because it needs to be more consequences to things like that. I know they have a cyberbullying law, but it really does need to be more consequences to things like that. Okay, so let's talk about, since we're on Obama singing at Reverend Pinckney's funeral, because Obama, he can't sing. He did good, you know what I'm saying, with his, you know, the whole eulogy and all this stuff. He did very, very good. But since we're on the whole situation of somebody just sent me a message on Facebook and made me lose my fucking train of thought. Oh my god. But since we're on the whole Charleston situation, I did not know, if you guys haven't seen, there's a video going around on social media, Facebook, YouTube, all different places, of the actual arrest of Dylan Roof. And they have, okay, let me backtrack, because this person that just sent me the message on Facebook just fucking made me lose my train of thought, and it's low-key pissing me off because they're not talking about shit. But the whole thing looks staged as fuck to me. The police officers casually walked over to this dude's car, okay? Casually walked over to this dude's car. He is armed and dangerous. They said he has weapons in the car that are visible. They walk over to the car and they conveniently just put their guns back into their holsters, take this dude into custody like it's just another day in the neighborhood. I'm talking about like it's just another day in the fucking neighborhood. And the shit looks extremely, extremely staged to me. It's almost like this shit is going on because people want martial law. They want, number one, they want our guns taken away from us. If you guys don't know, there's a whole conspiracy theory going around about the whole Sandy Hook shooting. People are saying it's a conspiracy. It's just a whole lot of bullshit that's going on with this whole, with America. We all know the government has the ability to do things that are deceptive without us knowing. We already know that, but of course we can use our context clues, and we can follow the train of everything that's going on. We can understand, or we can see that some shit ain't right in all the fucking water. But that whole little situation about them, the way that they arrested him, just seemed a little fishy to me. They weren't alarmed. They didn't take him down in a type of way that you would expect them to take down a person who just went and murdered 9 people. And come to find out, a couple of hours after that, I guess they brought him to the station. They had to question him and all this stuff. They decided to go and buy this motherfucker some Burger King. I know a lot of people might be like, well, they had to feed him since they had him there questioning him. Please, what I want y'all to explain to me, okay, is how many murder suspects do you know that the police were questioning that they went and bought some Burger King or some McDonald's to? I just want to know. May not be a big deal, but it's just a little peculiar to me. Okay, it's just a little bit peculiar to me. But like I said, it's going to be more shit that's going to be coming out, of course. But this whole little situation has got me feeling some type of motherfucking way. For real, though. But I got a feeling it's going to be a race war that's going to end up popping up. And it's going to be a sad-ass situation, for real. I hate to see that shit happen, but it needs to be some shit done about the oppression that white folks still trying to... I mean, it just... People are still trying to try us, girl. They are. For real. No, of course, I'm not talking about all Caucasian people. I'm not talking about... I'm not saying everybody's racist, but of course we all know that racism is very alive and well in the United States of America, and as well as other countries as well. But it's very alive and well here in the United States of America. So let's move on from that stuff right there. Now, I haven't read up too much on this story right here, but it has been confirmed that Nene Leakes' son, you know, the one that has the baby, I can't think of his name right now, but girl, he has been arrested. His mugshot all posted all up on social media and shit. This Negro is writing badass checks. When nigga, your mama Nene walking around talking about how rich she is and shit. What the fuck is you doing out here writing badass checks, girl? Why is you out here writing badass checks, boo? But of course, people was going in on Nene too, talking about one shit. Ain't she? Then she used to write bad checks back in the day, girl. Talking about something here, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. But girl, this just don't look good for Nene, girl. Understand that she not her son keeper. And people are saying maybe she ain't giving that boy no money. She ain't helping him and all this stuff. I don't know. I don't live in them folks' house. so I can't really comment on the whole situation, but it just looks real peculiar that your son out here writing badass checks, boo. Girl, Nene get his ass together. But since we are on Nene Leaks, girl, if you guys have not heard, I heard Nene pull some motherfucking strings, girl, and she got Miss Claudia Jordan fired off the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Of course, Claudia used to fucking annoy the fuck out of me anyway. But of course, you know, a lot of them motherfuckers on there annoy the shit out of me. But Claudia really did annoy the shit out of me. She used to do some annoying ass shit. When she first got on the show, she just seemed like she was trying too fucking hard. Girl, calm your fucking nerves. You get on there asking people all these types of questions like you've been on the show forever and a motherfucking day. But Nene apparently got tired of dealing with her motherfucking ass and went to, I don't know, the producers or whoever, because, you know, word on the street is Nene got some pull when it comes to dealing with. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. We got to take a commercial break. I got a phone call. Sorry, I had a phone call. But, of course, the word on the street is that Nene has some pull. So, she wanted Claudia Jordan to be fired off of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, Claudia Jordan has been X'd out of the motherfucking equation. She didn't have a storyline anyway, girl. But Kim Fields has reportedly been the new replacement. Which is, you know, Tootie, you know, Regina. Is her name Regina from Living Single, girl? I don't know how well it's going to play out because she don't seem to be like the ratchet type. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, see how she interact with the ladies and all that stuff. It's probably going to be, girl, it's going to be some shit. I haven't watched the Real Housewives of Atlanta in a long time, but I'm definitely going to be watching when Kim Fields gets on that show because I have to see how she interacts with the ladies because that's going to be a very, very interesting thing. Let me know what y'all think about the whole Claudia Jordan and Kim Fields coming on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about is Obama, who he wanted the KKK to name all their members. I get it, Obama, but come on, let's be real. A lot of the KKK people, they work for the Supreme Court. They work in these courthouses. They lawyers. They police officers. They all these different things. So you honestly and truly believe that the KKK gonna actually name their members? For real? Do you honestly think they're gonna name them? I get what you want. I get what you're trying to do, but it's not gonna happen because they want to remain in their positions and use their power to do the things that they used to do to black folk back in the day, but they want to do it, quote unquote, what they feel like to be in the legal system. Do it a different type of way. If you kind of get what I'm saying. They the same people that's planting drugs on black folk. They sending black folks to jail, to the death penalty for the rest of their life and all this type of shit. These people are all over. So I get what you're trying to do, Obama, but it's not going to happen. I want the KKK to name their members too. But when I say it might be somebody who live right next door to you, who's part of the KKK, and you would never know. Never know. But I got to get off here. I got some things I got to do today. But thank you guys for checking out this video. Please leave comments in the comment section below to everything that I said in this video. If you have any information that you want to chime in on or whatever, leave that down in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. And also, go and add me on Facebook if you haven't already. The link is always down in the description box below. Bye.